Here on The Drive with Tim Donnelly on 99.9 The Fan, we are now joined by NC State senior forward Ven-Allen Lubin here at ACC Media Day, live from Charlotte. We'll start with, does it feel weird wearing red? I mean, there's I'm sure you're talking about it a lot, but going from UNC to NC State in the transfer portal, has it like become real yet, I guess, is being at an event like this?
Yeah, I'm sure it became real, early on. It really doesn't feel weird. I think it's just something that, I just want to embrace and be excited for. So I just know the switch up is a little different for most people, but for me, I'm just seeing it with a bigger picture.
We know college sports fans can be a bit fanatical. How crazy did it get when that news was being revealed?
It was a storm. It was on a storm, and and I get it. I understand why they feel that way, and they're very upset, and just the events that occurred. I just want to do what's best for me, for my family, for my future, and just to know that the situation wasn't right, and just want to move on and just trying to do what's best for me. And so I know a lot of people will disagree on that, and if they were in my shoes, they'll probably think differently. But it's okay. I want to move on. I want to be happy.
How do you deal with that? Do you just turn off the DMs and not refresh? What did you do to make sure you were staying where you needed to be mentally during a time like that?
I actually didn't turn it off. I actually looked into it. I think I have a strong enough mind to know just to be able to take that and not to take anything to heart. And, I've always had a great support system to know that, not anybody's living your life, so they're going to have different perspective and opinions about you and thoughts. But don't ever take that to heart, to know who you are and, put that first. And so just to know that I put myself first, my family first, and my faith in God, just to know that whatever happens is, going to happen for a reason, and just not take anything to heart what people say.
Ven-Allen Lubin, NC State senior forward, joining us here at ACC Tipoff. So then, of course, you show up at State, and immediately you're doing Navy SEALs training. That's the introduction there. What was that like, your team going through some of those courses?
Yeah, it was different and intense. Nothing that really can prepare anybody for, but except for the guys who was with the Coach Wade last year. But it was something that we decided to go through just to learn about ourselves and, about the team, to stay resilient, to be able to be reliable and durable through, the adversities and through the tough times. And so I think that's something that really built us and to help us open our eyes.
You brought up some of the guys that were with Coach Wade last year at McNeese State. A lot of new guys on this team, incoming transfers, freshmen, a bunch of different ways. So would you mind playing a game with us? We call it a rapid scouting report. We've been doing it with a few teams where I give you one of the new guys, a player, and you use your vast knowledge of basketball, having been around college basketball, to give us a sentence or two on their game, kind of the first thing that comes into your mind.
Okay, let's do
it. First up, Keatts Copeland.
Fierce leader. He's a fierce leader.
All right, that's a good one. Darian Williams.
Awesome playmaker. Great player overall.
Right. I'm going to have some follow-ups on this, but we'll get through them all first.
Yep.
Trey Holloman.
Trey Holloman, I'll say he's a resilient leader.
Allen Breed.
Well, he's kind of been injured,
okay,
for most of the time, so I really haven't been able to study him.
We'll give it the NA and dash A. Matt Abel, the young guy.
Matt Abel. Man, I'll say great overall player.
Terrence Arsenault.
I'll say he's a talented scorer.
And Ven-Allen Lubin's improvements from last year to this year.
I think that guy's a great, determined overall player.
All right. I like it. As a follow-up, Keatts Copeland, it seemed like the most emphatic answer you gave there, right? As a leader, he is somebody that came with Will Wade from McNeese State, and like yourself has had kind of a winding road through college. What's the real down low, right? Because Coach Wade's going to talk about his culture, and then Keatts, somebody that's been inside the culture at a previous spot. What has he told you about playing for Will Wade, or what you can expect this season?
Just to know that he's a very bold coach. He's going to say what's on his mind and just be able to, to push you, off your limits, to make sure that you're a little uncomfortable, to be able to grow and to help your game. And he's also a man of his words. So anything that he says that he's going to do, as long as you do your part, then he's going to help you, and he's going to stay to it. He really want to help his guys, and really want to help the program in order to be successful overall.
Have you been on the receiving end of any of that honest feedback?
Yes, I have been.
What is he getting on you to fix or to improve upon?
I think he just really want me to be more of a vocal leader, and just to know that I can really help out this team with my experience, my maturity, and just the way I carry myself. I think that's something I can also pour into these other guys that because it's a new team, it's a new system, a new culture, and I think just my presence and my character can really help.
When talking roles in your career, and we've seen it as recent as last year, a little bit of 4, a little bit of 5. You can spread out a little bit. What do you think is the best way to use you in the offense?
Just all around, whatever it is, on top of the key, on the on the elbows or mid post or even on the block. I can do it all. Just in order for me just to get a hand on the ball and just be able to play make and just make the right reads and just help my team to be able to score the ball.
For Matt Abel, your response was overall player. How has he kind of shown you that so early on, just incoming freshman?
Yeah, I think he's really talented. I think he can score on all 3 levels, and he's shown that. Even pulling up from 4-point line, he's able to have that range and to knock it down. And so, just for him to be so young and so talented is really, really impressive to me. Just to know that he has a really, really bright future.
Last question here. Out of Orlando, played for I think it was Austin Rivers' AAU squad, the Southeast Elite. Best athlete out of Orlando.
Best athlete out of
Who
Orlando.
Is it? Excluding yourself, obviously. You'll be confident. You want to pick yourself.
Yeah.
Rep for your city. Who's the headliner?
Coming out of Orlando, I'll probably say Riley Kugel.
Riley Kugel.
Riley Kugel. Yeah.
Right.
He's at UCF right now.
All right, I'll look it up. Appreciate the time. Good luck this season. And as always, hopefully we're able to do this again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tim.